Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we start the Entertainment District. This is Season 3, Episode 1 or Episode 34, depending on how you're counting. But either way, the movie was absolutely wild and emotional, so I'm excited to see what we get from this.
Wasn't ready for any of it. Was not ready for any of that movie, but
your hair.
Yeah, you should put the hair on.
Pay my respects. I had to retire it since we lost our guy. But in any regard, I'm really excited about what's going to be next. Writing has been phenomenal. Really into this show.
I cannot wait to see how we progress. So, let's get to it.
Let's go!
Will see my duty fulfilled. Flame breathing. Set your heart ablaze.
He went out a hero.
Oh, look at that. Peel.
Oh, wow.
Set your heart ablaze.
Set your heart ablaze.
I can't believe we lost him.
We all have to train. You hear me?
I wonder what they did back in the day, like when trains derailed, like getting equipment out there and getting them back on, and how that even worked.
It's cool. You can kind of see
You can see the
his
crow
beat
talking.
going.
Yeah.
I'm not done with you, coward! A coward!
Then our newfound duty is to carry on his will.
Yeah, Tanjiro wanted some vengeance. Ooh, changing it up.
More of an epic orchestra.
It is.
Feels very epic.
Definitely interesting.
I mean, it fits after the somber mood that we just had.
Look at the attention to detail in the glass on the door there. Isn't that wild? Like, it's just like a little thing, but the attention to detail in the anime, even like the wood grain on the floor, it's pretty crazy in this series. Everything looks like a painting when they have like backdrops.
Yeah, they definitely mix up the styles.
Some folks, if I remember correctly, did say we'll see some changes as we go, in a good way.
I don't know, they just keep saying we're up for an emotional ride.
Oh, we just got one.
Who is this, Salim?
Wrong show, dude. Little
I
Salim.
don't trust him. I
Little
don't trust
Salim.
whoever this kid is.
Oh, put him in a dirt dome.
I blame Full Metal.
He certainly seems like a bright young child.
That's what they want you to think.
Taking care of such a fine boy has been a blessing.
That's not
Right now, my trust level is very low.
That's not
I
a little
feel like
Muzan, is it?
that's a little Muzan. That's exactly what that Bat's story
Our
feels like.
smooth criminal.
I wish I could trade our useless son for him.
Useless.
And then all the parents start laughing.
The poor boy suffers from a rare skin disease.
Can't
so
go out in the
he can't
light.
go outside during the day.
I am going to enjoy this backstory, though. Holy shit. Look at that.
Did he have demons worshiping
Reporting
him?
in as you requested.
As a little kid,
Lord
even.
Muzan.
I knew I couldn't trust this dude. Oh,
Were you able to find what I asked for?
Oh, he's just pretending to be a little kid. What the
I couldn't find the blue spider lily. There wasn't even a trace of its existence. But as you ordered, I was
Try.
able to eliminate one of the Hashira. Rest easy knowing that much.
That's right, because our smooth criminal takes on many different forms.
I'm curious.
No.
Did you expect praise? All you did was dispose of a mere cockroach.
Not
What I want is
impressed.
for the Demon Slayer Corps to be wiped out.
Wow.
Akaza!
Well, he had to because it was daylight.
Akaza!
Holy shit.
You have disappointed me so. To think you suffered a blow by someone who isn't even a Hashira. How far you have fallen,
big.
Upper Three. You're dismissed.
Oh, spared his life.
Are you all right?
I tore up this book.
God, none of these demons, like,
You
have to,
coward!
like, move on at all.
Oh, he's just destroying the sword.
I'm going to save her, tearing you limb from limb.
Oh, your sword's a little.
We need more Muzan on camera, or on the thing here, because he's never impressed and just takes out his own demons.
Placed them with
Brutal.
bag toss bags.
I think you might have just stole one, or did you take all of them?
We were powerless compared to Mr. Rengoku, and even he found himself at death's door. He was a little odd at times, but his heart was strong and kind.
Tasty.
Tanjiro, let's eat.
Mr. Tanjiro has gone missing.
Broke his nose.
It was your head.
Forgive me, sir. His wounds haven't healed and he's turning again.
Is he dumb?
Mr. Rengoku's crow. He's carrying out his master's will by guiding me to his house.
Oh, still holding his stomach.
He needs to get
Heal.
Here we are.
Are you Senjuro? I take it you know about Mr. Rengoku. He asked for some messages to be delivered to you and your father.
Knock it off. Whatever message he left means nothing anyway. He's worthless!
That's brutal.
You're either born a genius or someday killed by one! The funeral is over, Senjuro. It's high time you move on with your damn life!
Please show some respect for your son!
And just who the hell are you?
I'm with the Demon Slayer Corps!
That's right.
I get it now. You're a sun-breathing user, aren't you? Am I right?
Boy, here we go.
Sun breathing.
Can't you see he's in pain?
Keep your mouth shut!
Holy shit.
What's the matter with you?
You intend to mock us after everything we've been through?
What makes you say that?
A sun-breathing user would never help people like us.
Is he talking about Hinokami Kagura?
Every technique came from sun-breathing.
Interesting.
We've always been charcoal burners. It's in our
So
blood.
you thought.
Don't get cocky just because you're a sun-breathing user.
How dare you badmouth Mr. Rengoku? Ah! He's a former Hashira!
Oh!
If Hinokami Kagura is a sun-breathing technique, then that day, why wasn't I strong enough to save him?
You barely know what you're doing.
Why?
I can't believe this is happening.
Boy, he's lucky he's got that hard head.
Why couldn't I save him?
Oh,
There you go. Oh.
headbutt. Works every time.
I mean, a little more to it than we've been led to believe.
I feel like I've made a grave mistake.
I can't believe how we just got right into that.
That was that.
He's okay, right?
Oh yeah, he'll be fine. Tell me, what were my brother's last moments like?
He went out like a boss.
Brave as they get.
So he was brave to the end.
I wasn't enough.
It's not your fault, and he knows that too. Let me know if what you're looking for is in those pages.
Look at this.
Of course, they had to cut for a moment.
What is this?
It's all ripped to shit.
It's ripped to shreds. Was it like this when he got it?
That's not even possible. The Flame Hashira Chronicles are stored with the highest degree of care. It must have been my father who tore them. I hope you'll forgive me.
Of course it was.
Yep.
It's not like it's
I
your
was kind
fault,
of hoping
Senjuro.
out that maybe it wasn't, but
But you traveled all this way for it, didn't you? But I was no help.
This confirmed what I thought I needed to do. I have to train harder. I still haven't managed to master it.
What is it that's stopping you?
I can't yet move my body the way I want. I've improved thanks to total concentration constant, but it's not enough. That day, I felt utterly weak. No shortcuts to be taken. That's reality. I will become a powerful Hashira just like Mr. Kyojiro.
Yet no matter how much training I underwent, nothing happened.
Gotta cut that boulder.
you gotta go through 2
Not
years of
everyone
training.
can be born talented.
You're not born talented.
So I'm going to forget about becoming a swordsman. I know this will break the line of Flame Hashira and damage this long history. If he were still here, then my brother would forgive me.
But would it be for the best?
Well, you could get out of that house.
Walk down the path that you know to be
Very
true.
negative environment.
And if anyone gives you grief about it, then I'll headbutt them.
I
Yeah!
don't think that's a good idea.
Sounds like a wonderful idea.
The Flame Hashira Chronicles. I'll restore them myself, and I'll look for other books as well. If anything turns up, I'll send word through our crow. I'm glad I got to talk with you. Oh, there was one more thing. Please take this. It's my brother's Nichiren sword guard.
Oh.
I can't accept this.
Someday, I know it'll protect you.
I'll cherish it.
Are you feeling better? It seems our visitor left.
Shut up! Get out!
Oh, Pops'
What about
ego's
brother's
all
message?
broken
It's
up here.
worthless.
Please take care of yourself.
I'm gone.
Those are the only words he chose to leave behind for you, Father.
We were hopeful.
Yeah.
Take care now.
There it is.
And there it is, finally breaking down. I was
Do I
kind of
have a
hoping that
fever?
we'd get a little
can't
bit of
breathe.
emotion from him.
Get through to Pops.
Don't worry, Nezuko. The Butterfly Mansion's not too far.
Oh, what is this?
Mr. Hagen
I
Mascot!
say, that's not even a demon.
Again.
I'm sorry. I promise I'm truly sorry.
You understand the circumstances? They did the little wheels for legs.
Well, at least we're getting a little comedy here.
He says that he got chased by Mr. Haganeska until close to daybreak.
So that's why you're not touching your food.
No.
More for me.
Showing his face.
A rare moment.
Just wait quickly.
I'm sorry.
Would anyone like
Everyone
seconds?
needs to heal up now that
Would
we're
you
here.
like some more? Last I saw him, he was out sitting on the veranda eating rice dumplings. And it seems like he's finally back in a good mood. Rice dumplings are his favorite food in the world. Get me some while you're at it. How's this? I'll get you your own later.
Maybe later.
Big time training montage here.
Day in and day out, we trained our
Quite the
very
time
hardest.
jump. Look, everybody's just ripped.
In the meantime, we
Holy
continued
shit.
receiving assignments by
Look at
Crow.
everybody.
It's the guns.
All of us would take down demons whenever it was necessary. Zenitsu would no longer throw fits, even when he had to go on solo
Okay.
missions.
It's a big
Give
step.
me a small lock of Nezuko's hair. I'll
Oh.
give it my all.
Oh my.
Inosuke somehow
Oh my.
became even more of a hothead than he already was. I'm grateful, really,
Carrying the logs. God,
You're
John
almost there.
Matrix.
Sanjiro's arms are just.
that I'm not training alone.
They're baskets, not logs. Looked like it for a second.
My gosh.
Northwest! Northwest! Your task is to eradicate the demon that's lurking about the mountain shrine!
Rhea Ripley?
Northwest!
Yeah, the Eradicator.
Northwest!
You getting soaked from the rain?
Okay
The
then.
demon should be around here somewhere.
Can you smell them?
Oh, boy.
In the shadows.
Ah,
Oh, look at
that was
Ooh,
unique.
Look at the arms on that thing.
Oh, well, don't worry about the
Ready?
arms. Well, at least for now.
Light work.
Another spider type.
So essentially, we're back to lower level, which is fine.
Yeah.
He's headed straight toward the village.
Oh yeah, this demon doesn't even stand a chance.
No.
Does grow back.
It took him a minute.
Bastard! Trying to take on a demon like me?
A for the confidence.
Yeah.
But you
This
don't
is
stand a
it.
chance, pal.
Sorry about this.
Well, we don't say
I
it.
don't
No,
need
not
your
for
pity.
demons.
You scum!
Water breathing.
First
Wow.
form.
Fourth form.
It's
Fourth form.
interesting. He said it with a calmness that
Yeah.
we normally don't get.
Oh,
Striking tide.
light work.
Dude, this is great. We're just seeing him level up.
Yeah,
know?
I mean, you guys know it. I mean, it was just like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
Slice, slice.
I know I heard something over here.
Hey, we'll be reaching the Butterfly Mansion soon.
Please, I'm begging you!
Damn you, Loud.
Please, do something! Coin.
Oh, she's
I'll
doing her
decide by
thing.
flipping a coin.
I'll decide by flipping a coin.
Just follow your heart.
Or you could do that. There you go. Follow her heart.
Why would he be taking him anyway?
You're not being very flashy.
If you're gonna be unflashy, then say something.
What is going on?
They got the wheel legs
Get it out!
again.
How dare you treat little girls like that? Let go of them, jerk!
Are they swarming this guy or being held captive by him?
Shut your mouth!
All right, let's see what Tanjiro has now.
Headbutt.
Yeah, he's going all in with that. Hey,
Oh, vanished.
You're a fool. I'm Lord Tengen Uzui, a former shinobi. Did you really think I'd fall for one of your vulgar headbutts?
You let them. You have no business doing this. Show some respect.
dirty man.
I'm taking these two because I need female corps members for a mission.
Look, she's not wearing a uniform!
Didn't notice?
Never mind.
Just tosses her.
What kind of brute just throws people? Give us back Miss Owie.
You're really that lame.
Oh,
Jeez. But what's the details of the mission? Can we
Yeah.
at least get that?
well, them guys too, but he said he needed a girl for the mission too.
Who the hell are you two?
I'm ready for whatever you got!
I'm not gonna back down. Ah!
Inosuke, this is right up his alley.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
What the?
He's huge! So where we going, old man?
The flashiest spot in Japan that's teeming with lust and desire.
That's an interesting tee-up.
The Entertainment District.
Ah,
Okay.
there's the title. The Entertainment
Wow.
District, I guess.
Well, this is going to be interesting. All right.
What are they going to have the little funny bit at the end?
I'm picking up the scent of a strong will residing within him.
What do you think? Are all of you ready to go?
I hope so. Because
drop the curtain.
I gotta assume now we're a step up in the Demon Slayer on even just a lower level.
Yeah, I mean, and that ending credit scene, kind of gave us a little bit of an idea of what we're in for. And this season looks awesome. I mean, just that one demon they seem to be battling with, like all the ribbons or whatever those were coming out of her. That looked pretty wild. But, the episode started reminded us of everything that happened in the movie. And it's just like, I kind of posed the question early on. I don't know if you guys see it, but it's like, was Rengoku, the way they brought him in and got rid of him, did that make his character that much more interesting? And I kind of think it did, because they gave us so much with him. I mean, we did get the whole movie, and then you really like this character. He's so badass, taking out demons left and right like it's nothing, until he meets one of the upper level demons, and still came pretty close, but didn't quite get it done. And just the way that he was kind of leading the boys and teaching them, it really makes you, kind of miss a character like that. So for me, I think, we've seen it in shows before where they'll introduce a character, people fall in love with them, and maybe after 2 seasons they're gone, and they kind of get almost not a cult following, but they become very popular despite only appearing in so many episodes. So I got a feeling that's probably the case with Rengoku. But as we kind of talked about, we needed that a little bit to kind of start the boys on their arc, make them become who they are. They 4 more months of training, boys got all jacked up, lifting weights and doing push-ups with the girls on their backs. So I mean, they've been at it, and we've seen definite improvement by Tanjiro when that demon was, outside of it running from him, was little more than, not even a problem. You called it out, Oak, how, his vocalization for the water breathing, very calm.
Yeah, the one big thing that I think we got here with Tanjiro, which was interesting talking to Rengoku's father, is about his earrings.
Yeah,
and
that's been called out before.
It's been called out before, and I forget what the name of the technique is, but the father clearly
the sun breathing.
Yeah, the father clearly had massive history with people who had that sun breathing technique, and we learned like it was the most powerful technique that everything else came from, and we saw Tanjiro kind of go through his kind of memory bank trying to figure out.
What his dad was doing.
What his dad was doing, whether that was the sun breathing that Rengoku's father was speaking of. And I think that is kind of like the big reveal. Like, that's going to come into play. I don't know if he's going to have somebody work with him to hone those skills down the road, whether that's something we get right away or as a progression. It's hard to say, but I think that's going to play a huge role. He's got those earrings, and again, the dad, like, right away.
It's first thing
made
he saw.
A huge deal of it. So maybe Tanjiro's got something inside him that's just kind of
waiting to be unlocked.
To be unlocked, and he's not at that point. And look, we've had the different levels of training with him, right? We had all the time to finally cut the rock, and then go through everything else to get to where he finally met the Hashira, and now another set of training. So there's definitely levels to it.
Well, and it was interesting that Rengoku's father kept saying, hey, you're either born with it or you're not. And, at first blush, you're kind of like, well, that's not true. You can train, and we've seen that, from the boys here, obviously. But it does kind of play into something being inside Tanjiro that we don't quite know about.
Look, the answer is yes and no. And what I mean by that is and I know this is, some people might not really think it, but think about somebody being an athlete in real life, right?
Right.
Like, from the minute you're born, if you're somebody who's going to run a sub 10-second 100-meter dash, like an Olympic elite, that's from the day you're born.
Yeah. Or just be 7'2" to be center in the NBA.
Or to be a center in the NBA, or something like that. Now,
there's levels to it.
Now, granted, hard work. There's a whole thing, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, but there's definitely, there's certain things in life that you're either born with or you're not. You could say that about athletic ability, strength, even intelligence, obviously studying hard. And there's a lot of things that you can do to, elevate your position with whatever it is that you want to do in life. But there's, in this world with being a Hashira, because we know they're like the elite of the elite, right? Yeah, it's probably something that that you're born with. Now, that being said, the fact that he didn't think his son was born with it, I think was weird, because we saw how talented he was. Look, we learned that he was a former Hashira, and and I've spoken in previous episodes about, look, maybe Dad just got to the point where he's like, this is a never-ending battle that we're just not going to win, and anybody who gets into this this lifestyle thinking that I'm going to go out and I'm going to make this difference, and I'm going to be part of the the team that finally ends this. Maybe he thinks like, hey, you're throwing your life away.
Yeah, because you spend your whole life fighting an unwinnable battle.
But we saw the difference that Rengoku was able to make. So even if it's not necessarily, it's kind of the whole, we won the battle, we didn't win the war type thing.
But, like Rengoku being there, and again, this kind of goes back a little bit, so you have to forgive me, but it goes back to Rengoku when he saved the people that made the lunches in the train. Like, he made a difference to their life. So it's, that kind of goes against what the father's thinking. But again, you can get burnt out.
Yeah, and look, I think there's a lot of, I think the father not wanting his son to go through that, I think there's a big reflection of reality. I mean, we have, all across the globe, I guess I can only speak from family experiences. You have military fathers who have served, in my family, World War II. And then, my grandpa was not, I don't want to say excited, but he didn't want my uncle to serve in Vietnam. He knew what war was like, and didn't want that, and obviously coming home from World War II, they were treated like heroes with parades and everything else like that. And that's not what he wanted. So you get fathers that go out and they serve. And obviously, this is, it's not necessarily an army, but it's a battle regiment, for lack of a better term. And he doesn't want his son to take the same road. And so it's very, very relatable in a lot of regards to real things that we see in life with fathers not wanting the sons to take their own path. And if they don't listen, you have to understand the sons are going to make their own choice, right? But God, what movie we watched for the channel, and I watched it again very recently, was Hacksaw Ridge. And the dad who had served in World War I didn't want his son serving in World War II and stuff like that. And again, just some parallels that we saw here. But I was really happy. I think Diamond Dave mentioned it. I know you did it, whether it's going to make the cut or not. But it was finally nice to get some emotion from Dad at the end, because it's like he's so angry, and then he found out that his son didn't have any resentment against him. He just wanted the dad to live a good life, and he finally broke down that wall. And whether Dad's going to come back into play maybe down the road at all, it's hard to say, but it was a good moment that we had with that.
And we got Muzan.
Well, I'm glad we kind of started off with Muzan, because as we all know, multiple forms that Muzan can appear in. But just that conversation that he had here is crazy, because it's I actually enjoy it, because it's like a constant reminder of how much he just does not give a shit unless you have eliminated the core.
Yeah,
he doesn't care to hear it.
And there's zero mercy at any level.
Yeah, zero mercy. He's underwhelmed, as he said in here. He's not impressed. It does not matter. Again, you just have to take out whatever his order is for you. You have to 100% complete it in order to maybe get some kind of acceptance. So I'm kind of glad, even though we've had very minimal of Muzan, but every time that he's on screen, at least for me, it's been impactful. And it's by delivering, lines like that where it's just, go do your job that I gave you before I take you out.
And the way the demons are so terrified of him, like they're literally cowering in fear at just his presence.
I was pretty impressed with your instincts there. You clocked calling him Little Salim.
Little Salim right away.
You clocked him pretty quick there. I was like, all right, that was pretty good.
And, back to the whole dad thing, that was a unique little experience that we got of him. I was kind of taken back for a minute there of like how just cold he was. But we also kind of got to see a very tiny glimpse, but it was he was not really moving. I mean, he said some harsh things to Rengoku in that flashback that he was having, but we got some really harsh shit here, which I wasn't ready for. But I'm glad at the end though they gave Dad gave a little bit of emotion and finally just let the walls down a little bit. Of course, I'm not a fan favorite of his at all, or I don't care for his character right now, just because of the potential like mental, basically abuse that he's given his kids.
Yeah, because Sanjiro is stuck there now with him. I mean, I thought Tanjiro maybe gave him some hope of like, hey, if you want to leave, you can leave and, pick up the mantle that your brother may have wanted for you. Mm-hmm. And we kind of hope that, but at the end of the episode, I didn't get any indication.
Well, I was hoping that with the dad having that kind of emotional thing, and then with Sanjuro saying, here, this was my brother's, take it with you. That showed me like he was at some sort of peace. And again, you're hoping with the dad finally having that emotional moment, that maybe something positive is going to come of that entire situation there. Having our Tengen Uzui will have to help us out. That was interesting at the end because, we talked a handful of episodes when we first got introduced to the Hashira, and then, we kind of start learning a little bit more. It was like, my big question was, are we going to have, these kind of little mini side quests or quests period with each one of the Hashira.
Kind of learn about
and,
them.
We had that with Rengoku, and now we're on to kind of the next one. He's got a unique personality, to say the least. And, he's taking him into the entertainment district. And this should be interesting. His weapon is really curious to me. We just had it on the screen, showing it on his back. Looks like two giant swords with a chain locked in the middle. So I'm very, very curious to see, what that's going to look like. But again, I'm wondering whether this is just kind of, okay, now we're on to the next Hashira. And then because look, maybe, and no spoilers, but maybe when somebody's trying to become a Hashira, maybe that's kind of the path you take. Like, okay, you're going to spend this amount of time with this person, and they're going to teach you this, and then you're going to go with this person, they're going to teach you that. And once you've, for lack of a better term, once you've made the rounds with everybody and learned kind of what everybody has had to teach you, it's almost like going to school. You're going to have this class, history, science, this, and when you learn everything, then you can move forward.
Yeah, and no surprise that our blacksmith, I'll call him, was a little upset about Tanjiro breaking his sword again.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, no, is that what's going to... Well, I'm asking this out loud because it's a thought that's coming through my head, but you don't answer it. My thought is now every time a sword breaks, is he going to be just appearing out of nowhere, chasing him?
Just going nuts.
Because we're 2 for 2 now.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it's going to happen again. It does provide some great levity, comic relief there a little bit. I'm just so baffled each time that he basically almost just tries to murder him.
Yeah, knives strapped to his head and then one in each hand. I liked how they said Zenitsu was kind of chilling out a little bit. He still had the breakdown a little bit at the end where he had to tie him up with string or ropes and everything. But I was kind of hoping for that because... look, the Zenitsu character is fun, but at some point, for him to be effective with our crew, he's got to be able to tap into his ability.
Which he does.
And,
it's clear that he does.
But it's like, when does it happen? And he's going to need that other than just, running around talking about Nezuko. And I haven't even got to
some of the choice words, at least in the dub version here, are very interesting.
Yeah.
Of that he uses for Nezuko.
You wonder about the translations at time, whether
if we get there, I'll put it in sub just to kind of see.
Not always one for one, but it was interesting. I literally this morning at the gym watched the movie Commando. So when they showed him carrying the baskets on the shoulder like that,
John Matrix,
log. It's Commando with the log on the shoulder. Yeah. So that was I'm sure that was. Happened lots. It's a good place to carry something on your shoulder. But I
think the entertainment district's going to be wild.
It looks fun,
and I think the boys are going to have to maybe grow up a little bit. If Zenitsu is like that when he walks by a girl in the farm field or whatever. What's he going to be like in the entertainment?
Okay,
district?
and Zenitsu, and look at Inosuke's interactions with people. He's
Right,
like
I mean, these
always
guys-
like
Fight me.
neurotic, pedal to the floor.
Like,
Why are
hey,
you looking at
you
me?
want a
Fight me.
newspaper? I'll fight you for that newspaper. You know, I mean,
Like that's not how it works.
Well, and with this demon too, I'm liking how Nezuko immediately came out and started fighting too.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking we're gonna get, just based on this,
Yeah.
I could be horribly wrong. I mean, you guys know the answer, but I'm wondering if we're gonna get Nezuko now appearing more in this season fighting.
Yeah, because
alongside
they were
everybody.
more of a team right away, whereas previously, Tanjiro would kind of keep her hidden away from danger, and now it's like they're a team. I mean, they showed the shot.
I mean, that's
the two of them.
It's a pretty drastic shift
Yeah.
going from he's always has her in this box and he wants to protect her and make sure she's not getting harmed to, she's jumping out on her own and removing limbs. You
Yeah,
know,
from,
it's just like
Almost
all
kind of
right.
looked like a Tom Holland Spider-Man suit in one of the Avenger movies where he had the things on the back or whatever. But
Doc Ock,
Infinity
kinda
War.
thing.
yeah, Infinity War
yeah.
kind of had that. But Tom Holland did it better, or at least it looked more heroic than our demon here. Oh, and the other thing, real quick, is we didn't really get any kind of backstory on this demon.
Not
now,
yet.
If
We're
that,
going-
yeah, I mean, if that was because he was just kind of a throwaway.
I think it
demon,
I
was.
shouldn't say
I think
not
it
yet.
was because it
He's
was.
done.
I just think
Yeah.
it was because it was low level.
Yeah, and just to show
Yeah.
how leveled up Tanjiro is.
Well, and to your point,
know.
the demon's done. We don't need a backstory on him. And they did that in season 1 a little bit, where there was like maybe 1 or 2, if I'm remembering right.
Yeah.
Where taking them out. We don't need you to focus backstory on this, but I think the point of that there was to see that they have leveled up a little bit, and I think you were bringing it up, Dave, during that. His delivery was a little bit more calmer,
Yeah.
confident, and delivered.
Yeah, knew exactly what he had to
volume
do.
low a little bit.
Yeah,
So
not
I'm
worried.
wondering if that was the point of that right there.
Yeah, probably. And yeah, I guess we'll just have to see what's
Now we're
next
going
in
to
the,
the next
in
one.
the entertainment district. So, folks, thanks for joining us. For Diamond Dave Damone, that's the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. This is Bad Medicine. That was Demon Slayer. Let's get to the entertainment district.
That place with all the beautiful, the shape.
You called it. Clock that one right away.
Look at him.
Oh, look at him.
Listen up! I am a god!
Whoa.
You three are trash!
No ego on this guy.
You turn into dogs if I say so!
What the fuck is that?
And remember above all else, I am a god!
That was
It's
awesome.
almost like JBL here.
That was the dogs.
Oh,
and the
this guy is crazy.
monkeys.
What exactly are you the god of?
You have great potential.
What potential lies in a stupid question like that?
I am the god of festivals.
Likes to party.
He's the god of stupidity and idiots.
Well, I am the king of the mountain.
I've never heard of you. That's odd.
King under the
Something
mountain.
about you creeps me out.
You're kidding, right?
He's totally oblivious to the fact that they're basically the same person, isn't he?
Follow me.
How are they supposed to keep up?
Right. Zenitsu, maybe.
So this is the power of the god of festivals.
He's just Mr. Uzui Tengen, a Hashira.
Please be careful! Safe travels!
There we go.
All right.
All right. Oh my God. Gosh. There has to be T-shirts like that.
Oh, your favorite Hashira.
Taking it all in.
We're only here to case the joint. And whatever you do, don't get out of the carriage.
Stop it! Where are you going?
He literally
It's already
just
off to
said,
a
Come
train
back, you
wreck
two.
start.
literally
Bunch
just
of
said,
hard-headed
"Don't."
idiots! Get back here, damn it!
It looks like it's daytime.
Allow me to
Look at
introduce you
that.
to the
Wow.
Yoshiwara Entertainment District.
What kind of place
Flashy.
is this? There's too many people to even count!
Oh no.
Where'd the annoying kid with the yellow hair go?
Well, aren't you a handsome one?
Oh no.
Here
Come
we
and
go.
join us. No need to be shy, young man.
He just
Beautiful ladies who make the first move? What am I gonna do?
Not so fast! You're too young for that kind of stuff.
This is such a train wreck.
During the day, this place is quiet as a ghost town, but at night it roars to life with all kinds of people. The women here are also
At night.
unique. Many become courtesans and are sold off to pay their debts. In return, they're given food, clothing, and lodging. And if they climb up the ranks, a rich man might buy out their contracts. The highest-ranking courtesan is referred to as Oiran. Her beauty and intelligence are unrivaled, and she's mastered every traditional art.
She sounds incredible.
I think that's enough reconnaissance for now. Let's go. Sorry to impose. Listen up, you three. You should try to seek out my wives. I'll search for any
Plural?
info on the demons.
This is completely ridiculous! How dare you order us to waste our time finding a bride for you, huh?
What?
What is going on?
This is nuts.
We're not helping you find a wife you crave!
I'm talking about my wives who've infiltrated the entertainment district and are hard at work gathering intel!
Communication is key.
I suppose that is what a guy like you would fantasize.
You damn punk! Here's your proof.
She must have been undercover for quite some time.
Oh, well, I do have 3 wives.
How did you of all people manage to get 3 wives?
Zenitsu is not going to last long.
They all seem to keep reminding you not to stand out when you come.
Which is why I'm sending you 3.
So what are we going to do exactly?
He's got a boar head on.
All 3 of my wives are brilliant ninjas known as kunoichis. I was almost certain that this district would be the perfect place for the demons. But when I went in as a customer, I couldn't get any info on them. So I sent each of them in to get closer than a customer ever could. You all will search for my wives there and try to gather information.
They're probably all dead if they stopped writing.
It's his turn.
He's got a giant welt.
These 2 are on fire right now.
These 3 girls are certainly a homely bunch, aren't they?
Homely.
Homely.
I'm afraid we're not looking to hire at this time.
I believe that under your training, madam, their beauty will bloom in no time.
Well, I suppose taking in one wouldn't be a problem. If we can choose, then I think we'll take the one in the middle.
I promise to work as hard as I can.
Great.
It's the circles that do me in.
Yeah.
Are you upset you have to dress up as a girl? You said you'd do anything I asked, right?
You think you're such hot stuff. It pisses me the hell off.
How's that gonna work?
This episode is wild so far.
Oh, is that them from the intro?
Her name is Koinatsu. The highest ranking courtesan is going off to meet her suitor. How's that for being flashy?
That's her? Are you telling me that's your wife? She's not
Yeah, I
my
was just going to
wife!
say, he's going to get punched.
Yep.
But I'll be taking this girl back to my house now, if that's all right. I am the chaperone of the Ogimoto house.
May I ask what it was about her that caught your attention?
Yes, her beauty is unlike any I have ever seen.
Take care of yourself out there, Inoko.
Inoko. What could go wrong?
Oh no! I'm the only one left here!
She's perfect! I'm going to train this woman like nobody's business!
3 strings.
Doing some Van Halen.
Wow.
What?
That girl sure can play the shamisen.
I know she has a good ear for music.
The grunting,
It's a pity
the
about her
growling.
looks, though.
That girl will rise to the top.
What?
Her shamisen is speaking for her. That girl has serious backbone.
Hell, you don't even have to pay. Just take her.
Oh my.
No.
Oh.
Just watch me become the #1 Oiran in Yoshiwara!
#1.
Suriko, do you have a minute?
Sure.
I'm sorry
Sure.
about you,
I mean,
but we're
sure.
short-staffed. Could you help carry these up the stairs?
I'll take care of it, no problem.
I apologize for removing your makeup yesterday. I feel like it's partially our fault the house madam found that scar of yours. That new girl is rather burly. Indeed.
Burly.
Well, look how jacked they were training in the last episode.
I know.
Ashinuke means to run away without paying off your debts.
Ah.
And it's really bad if you get caught.
Why do they do that?
Some people try running away in order to be with the man they're in love with, like Oiran Suma did the other day.
Suma, that's Mr. Uzui's wife.
Well,
You two
look
shouldn't
at
be spreading
this.
rumors. Who knows what happened to her?
Some
Take
rough
this candy
hands.
as my thanks. Keep it secret or you'll have to share it.
Did Oiran Suma really commit Ashinuke?
May I ask why you're so curious about that?
What are you gonna say?
She's my elder sister!
Hard for him to tell a lie?
What?
Is that what
Oh,
we're seeing
this-
there?
So you were sold shortly after your sister.
That's right. I promise you she isn't the type of person who would commit Ashinuke.
There were no signs that she was infatuated with any man, but they ended up finding her diary and found she'd written about running off.
Ashinuke.
That was someone
Plants.
else just
Demons
running
couldn't
off.
ask for a more
Could
perfect
be a
cover-up.
plant.
Yep.
There we go.
Even if someone were to vanish, people would only assume that she'd run away. The diary could have been forged. We're going to rescue you.
Is he actually like in love with these 3?
Use
Yet I
them
can't
as,
shake this feeling
spies.
something is
They are
creeping
his
in from the
wives.
fog. How can they avoid detection with such ease? Could it be that the demon residing here is an upper rank demon? If that's the case, we might be in for an ultra flashy fight to the death.
Hey, can I ask you something real quick? She mentioned not feeling very well, but keeps refusing to go to a hospital.
Not feeling well shouldn't be enough to stop her from checking in. Guess I'll take a look.
Careful, Inogo. You'll hurt yourself rushing around like that.
I love it. At least he's not talking.
Yeah.
'Cause it would probably be a dead giveaway.
Well, I remember when they first met him,
You've
they're
got
like,
the
"Oh,
voice
you
of a
look
dying
so
animal,
you know,
so don't say a word."
Then what am I supposed to do, damn it?
Now then.
Oh, look at this.
Now
Holy
then,
shit.
answer me.
Here's our demon.
Who
with the
was
wife-
it that
with
you
one
were
of the
writing
wives.
all of these little letters to? What was your name? It's Machio, isn't it?
Cutting
Answer
up her
me
head.
at once, Machio.
Uh-oh.
And cut.
And well, honestly, I am kind of baffled by this episode. I don't even feel that's a good thing, bad thing, but I was not expecting this kind of episode. at
No,
all.
I didn't
It was
expect
wild.
them to infiltrate the houses the way they did and to have to, try to dress up as girls and try to get away with it. It's funny that they brought up Inosuke because I think it was like when we first met him, both Zenitsu and Tanjiro, I think, if that's was the right order. They both commented when he took his boar head off, like, "Oh, you got really," I don't forget how they said, but it's essentially you have like really pretty features or something like that, they said. So it's funny that they're like, "Oh, we can do something with this one." It's they're actually pretty.
Well, I think look, it's we've seen one of our favorite movies on the channel, White Chicks. You get a couple guys who need to go undercover as females, so you do the
basically
best.
White Chicks
You
is
do
what
the
we're
best you
doing.
can to pull off the look, the mannerisms, acting, in a different manner, a feminine manner, obviously. So I think there's a comedy thing here, but I think it's significantly more elevated by the fact that Inosuke and excuse me, Zenitsu are as unique of characters as they are. So
Right.
obviously Tanjiro's going into it, doing relatively well,
Yep.
staying very level-headed. That's his character, right? And our other two are just like...
We knew they were going to be a wreck the second they got into the entertainment
Yeah, we knew
district.
it was going to be problematic, but I did not see the, hey, we're going to have to dress up as women and go work for these houses. So I think after the last few episodes, it was maybe some much needed levity. Obviously, we had some heavy episodes with of course, the movie, and then episode 1 with, with the father and the brother and everything happening and things like that. So, a fun episode. Again, not a lot of surprises as far as how they acted when we got to the entertainment district, but I didn't see hey, we have to dress up as women and infiltrate these houses to get some information.
Yeah,
that I didn't see coming.
Yeah, and with Tengen having, I'll just call him Tengen or Uzui, whatever you want to go with.
Uzui.
I like Tengen, his last name or first name, last name, whatever. Nonetheless, I like how he kind of had this whole setup going, and he had his wives out there kind of feeding him information. Then all of a sudden it stopped, and of course we ended up seeing why that the demon from the opening credits is got one of them tied up or something on her arms, trying to get information out of her. And Inosuke is right there, but he's not going to be, he doesn't even have his sword with him. Like, what is he going to do? So I think all the best he can do is maybe report back to Tengen, and hopefully that'll help. But yeah, so again, he's in a tough spot. Tanjiro was just hearing some rumors, so he at least maybe knows what to start looking at. They thought that she ran away without paying her debts or, something like that. So maybe he at least knows a place to start. But yeah, and I did enjoy Zenitsu doing his Eddie Van Halen impression.
That was awesome.
On the little guitar there. And, he was getting more of the electricity and the lightning around him. And I don't know if that's just for effect for us as the viewer or if it's to show he's starting to tap into that a little bit more. His ability, he doesn't have to be asleep or knocked out or faint or, whatever to draw upon it. So that's going to be interesting to see. So I think a lot of growing up for the boys in this season is what we're going to be in for. But I really enjoyed the start of this. Again, it's such a shift from where we were. I mean, you couldn't have possibly gone any different from season 2 and the movie, the Mugen Train, to where we are now. So look, I'm here for it, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Tengen is one hell of an interesting character. Like when he turns on the charm, like the ladies, they just don't know what to do. It's like Morris Chestnut or somebody walking in here. So
well, he is a self-proclaimed god. Well, he probably is a god in here, but either way,
the god of festivals and flashiness. And funny how him and Inosuke, they're like, yeah, you're pretty much the same person. So they're button heads, of course. But yeah, this episode was a lot of fun with a ton of surprises that just kept blowing me away with every scene.
Well, Zenitsu was his dialogue in here was great, at least for me, just because of the way he already hates
Tengen.
Yeah, he hates him. So just the simple dialogue of like him talking back or him snapping at him. Every time he snaps, he's getting a punch to the face.
Right.
So it's interesting that he keeps going that route, but it's almost like that. And not in the full format, but somewhat like a buddy cop movie, right? Where each other, for 3/4 of the movie, they hate each other.
Yeah, it's like
and then
Red
when you
Heat.
start, when you start getting some answers and start getting somewhere in this, then they start to kind of form a better bond. But with them infiltrating these houses, now I'm wondering because Inosuke found one, or is in the vicinity of one. Now I'm wondering. I know they said Suma ran away, but you brought it up where maybe it's just a planted book to really throw off the trail.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering what kind of information we're gonna get on the third wife.
Yeah, because Tanjiro's like, oh, that'd be a perfect thing that a demon would do. So I mean, it tends to make sense. You know, I'm hoping he'll grab the diary and bring it to Tengen, and maybe they can figure something out.
Oh, we learned it. I mean, we learned at the end the one wife was being held up by a demon, and that was pretty. That was pretty aggressive. It seemed like it was in the same house, which I found to be interesting.
Upstairs. You know, at least that's what they made it.
Yeah, they made it look like he's going down the hallway and then goes upstairs,
right
and
there.
so it's like, okay, have the has that the demons infiltrated the houses, and maybe they're like, hey, give us sacrifices or do whatever, and we'll I don't know. We'll let you operate as usual. I mean, maybe the thing they were talking about with people running away was never even a thing. It's just the sacrifices to the demons. Oh, this is
hungry.
This is what happens. They run off to men they're in love with. It's like, no, they're just being fed to the demons. Being sacrificed to the demons, and that's the excuse they give is, oh no, they run off with men they're in love with.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because otherwise, how do you explain all their disappearances?
Right.
Right. Well, you got to come up with some kind of lie. So Ashinuki.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that the boys are even to keep the act up as long as they did. I'm like, okay, they're going to get found out right away, and they're going to have to be like, okay, here's what we're doing. We need you to keep quiet. But it seems like they're fitting in as well as could be expected. Like I thought when she was going to hand Tanjiro the candy, I'm like, okay, you're going to see those incredibly rough hands that Tanjiro's known for.
They made a lot of comments about it.
Yeah. Calloused hands.
Yeah, heavily calloused hands, a scar in his head. And so they had a lot of fun, obviously, with Inosuke. They're like, plumper, I prefer muscular, however they're describing him.
Yeah,
so,
a little sturdier.
like I said, I thought maybe they would get found out right away in this episode and then have to do something else. But I like how they're kind of able to play along a little bit, because I'm sure that's going to give us a lot more entertainment in the next couple episodes.
Yeah. As soon as Inosuke talks, I think it's going to be pretty obvious to all the women here.
Talk.
Like, oh, this is something's fishy here, right?
Nope.
With Inosuke potentially going to find that. I'm curious if he is going to go to instant mode, or is he going to go back and say, hey, one of your wives is here, let's go do this. But no one, and I'm guessing just by the way he is all the time, is just someone comes up to him new and introduces himself, he's asking to fight. So if he sees an issue, I'm wondering if he's just going to jump right into battle. But considering where we're at, I don't think that'd be smart just yet, because he doesn't have his swords.
Yeah, he doesn't have his swords.
He doesn't even have his boar head.
Yeah.
Not that probably matters a lot, and they're all kind of split up. But I wonder if our god will
Tengen
just get there or sense something.
Yeah, relay
or
the info. I mean, maybe they.
How is he going to get that communication back?
we
'Cause it
haven't
doesn't
seen
seem
the
like it's too
crows.
easy to get out of there.
Yeah, and we haven't seen the crows yet or anything.
I could see this going a few different ways. With Inosuke, I could see, you know, him just like losing his shit, and everybody's like, "Oh, whoa!" and like, I can't hide this anymore.
Right.
With Zenitsu, I feel like he's gonna fall in love with somebody. I can't pretend that I don't love you anymore. You know, he's gonna fall in love with somebody, and then almost with Tanjiro. I feel like Tanjiro is such an honest individual. Like maybe he's going to make friends with some of these other women there, and they're going to be like confiding in him, and then he's going to feel guilty about the whole thing being a lie, you know. And so I feel there's a few different ways where this could all fall apart, or it all falls apart at once. Who knows?
I liked how Zenitsu was like, "Well, I'll show Tengen. I'll be the best.
I'll be number one.
I'll be number one. I'll be the best, whatever there is." And
just
you know,
that competitive streak just can't let go. But it is funny, you know, knowing Zenitsu, how quickly he falls in love, and the luck that he doesn't seemingly have with women. You know, him with Azui having 3 wives, and you know, everybody thinking he's so handsome and stuff like that. The jealousy or the envy, whatever you want to call it, I think makes for an interesting story as well.
Yeah, I'm curious if he's ever fought a top 3-6. I'm just curious if he's being in the entertainment district, and maybe that answer's coming. But that's kind of what's running through my head right now.
He did say, you know, that if there's an upper rank demon rather, that it's going to be, you know, a battle to the death, basically. Yep. So I think
fight to the death.
You know, there's not this super like high level, you know, confidence that if it's I got this no matter what. It's like, no, if it's a high level demon, we're gonna have a throwdown, which I think the Hashira all recognize. And again, that was a question that we had ongoing earlier on in the series, was like, well, you know, because I think, you know, we had the one Hashira come in the woods with the spiders and just make it look like a cakewalk. Well, it can't be this easy for all the Hashira, right? Well, no, we're finding out obviously with Rengoku and now with Azui, like they know that these higher level demons are a serious threat.
Yeah, so right there, she's been upstairs, so that's why he was going up to check, but she kept refusing food. Might not be feeling well. Yeah. So again, with that demon kind of taking over,
it's probably the demon talking for her. Just say, "Hey, I'm fine. Leave me alone." And you know,
or they just don't take anything.
Yeah,
that's what they were just kind of saying.
Yeah,
right there.
and the other thing we didn't see was Nezuko at all in this, so we don't know where Tanjiro has Nezuko yet, because you know they all did go together, but have to wait and find out for the next one, I guess.
That's it.
Yeah, what a wild episode. Yeah. This one was just off the rails.
Took that hard right. We weren't ready for. All right, folks. Well, we are going to get to more of these, so thank you for joining us. So for Diamond Dave Damone, that's the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. This was Bad Medicine. That was Demon Slayer. Let's get more of the entertainment district, I guess.